Michelle swim event in Muskegon County?
It's a celebration to raise awareness about the restoration and outdoor recreational opportunities of Muskegon Lake. And joining us live to tell us how we can get involved, we have Michelle Rogalski. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Michelle, for those of us who don't know, I mean, you're doing an epic swim, 10 miles.
Yeah.
Holy cow. The Mighty Mac is 4. Tell us why you're doing this and how people can get involved.
I'm doing this event because marathon swimming is a big part of marathon swimming is giving back to the community. And I've been, Muskegon's my community and I love the lake. I don't understand why more people aren't swimming in it. I want to show off that this lake is ready for people to come fishing and swimming and use it as a boating destination. And I want to show off that all the restoration efforts done by the Muskegon Lake Watershed Partnership. They've done so many things over the past generation, especially at Grand Trunk and Heritage Landing and a lot of other locations along the lakeshore.
Yeah, it is such a very pretty area. So tell us, how do you prepare for something like this?
To prepare for something like this, you got to divide it into segments and be able to just track your time and the weather conditions and things like that to see, how long it would take, how doable it is. I made sure to always swim with a kayaker, someone to make sure I'm safe. That's a really big part of making sure you're safe. And I had a lot of help from the partnership with just setting up the logistics of everything. They played a big role in this as well, but it's just like training for any other event. You have to build your distance slowly, week by week, make sure you're eating well, resting well, plan out your training sessions accordingly so that you're mixing it up a little bit and not just doing long distance. So it's just like any other event, just incorporating, giving back. So.
Quite the adventure, that's for sure. Just real quick, it says breaking the barriers to being lake people on the website. Can you expand on that real briefly as we invite some of the kayakers out there to join you during this swim?
Great. So the whole point of the swim is breaking the barriers to being lake people. One of the biggest goals of the partnership is to promote public access to the lake, and not only to the lake, but to clean water. So we want to promote public access to clean water, and part of that is breaking the barriers to being lake people. So there's a lot of things that go into that. It's not just like the physical barriers, getting there. It's also the attitudes of being a lake person. So, a generation ago, people might have been turning their head on the lake and, ignoring what was going on over there. And now we want to show that people need to adopt attitudes of stewardship and attitudes that, promote keeping the lake safe and healthy. We need to educate ourselves and, learn there's so many different ways that us as individuals can give back and, just make the lake a better place to be, whether it's, what chemicals we put into our lawns or anything really.
For sure. Michelle, thank you so much for sharing your story, and we wish you the best of luck when it comes up on that swim.
Feat.
Wonderful.